And
Right.
the outcome of this is across the board, org charts are shifting and changing, right? They're just consolidating. We all know this, where it's like yesterday was like you got the CEO and you got your directors, and then you have a bunch of, employees underneath that, and you have this massive team that's producing like X amount of outcome or output, and then today, tomorrow, it's going to be CEO, a handful of directors, and then a flurry of AI systems, AI agents, whatever you want to call them, producing the same X output that the larger team was producing, right?
Hmm.
And so I
Yeah,
think that you got to skate to where the puck's going. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we've been kind of orbiting is the question of what's not going to change. The whole Jeff Bezos, what's not going to change rather than
Yeah.
what will. And I know that you've been talking a lot about an AI native org.
Yeah.
When you start to see stuff like this where anyone can really take their idea and turn that into a working system, what do you think is the thing that scares you the most about that?
The thing that scares me the most, um, I mean, not to get existential, but I'm scared about the entire structure of our like society and economy. Like when you play out this idea that like intelligence is cheap everywhere, it's on tap, and it's greater intelligence than any human on Earth. And you just like kind of just like play out the scenarios of like, well, humans could actually fit here, and then you're like, well, wait, maybe that thing could actually just do what the humans are doing, and then you're like, oh, well, humans have hands and feet. It's like, well, the robots and the AI can figure out the robots. And it really does get existential when you start to play this out and you realize how
Yeah.
fast things are going. I don't have an answer to all that.
Yeah. I've gone down a few rabbit holes of Stephen Bartlett podcasts bringing on AI experts, and it's just like,
Yeah.
hey, if there was a button here and it would reset all the AI progress in the past 8 years, would you press it? And many of these people saying yes is it does make you think for sure.
Mm.
But yeah, we don't have to go down that rabbit hole. One more quick question before we move on to the next slide for you would be
Yeah.
you hear all these people talking about, like a one person $1 billion company or what an org chart will look like in 20 years.
Yeah.
When you think of an AI native org, what do you think that org chart really does look like? Is
Yeah.
it, can we really just have a CEO and then, or maybe even just a founder and then AI agent CEO and the whole C suite? Or how do you imagine that really
Yeah.
playing out successfully?
I think the you almost have to peel it back and go back to like what the actual point of running a business actually is, which is like providing value to the customer. And
Hmm.
if you're what you were providing was a service that can now be replaced by AI, and the AI can actually do it a lot better, maybe that is not even a business of the future, right? Maybe that's not something that is offered and bought and paid for. There's no transaction happening, there's no market for it. Like maybe that's the case. Like I it's just the idea of like what is the thing that you are providing that is valuable, and then think, can AI actually provide this thing with the same level of value? And start to one, like, say, hey, is this business even like viable as a business, right? Are we going to make enough money selling these things